What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and it is being reported that Britney Spears is getting ready to make a huge comeback with a new song that she just recorded with Elton John. And boy, oh boy, do I have some thoughts about this one. Because for one, once again, the Free Britney movement is totally contradicting themselves as always. And I will get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to react to this news with all of you all. Now, I'll be the first to admit that when it comes to Britney Spears, my bar is set extremely, extremely low. Meaning that when I hear or see anything about Britney Spears that looks or sounds better than whatever madness is taking place on her Instagram profile right now, I immediately jot it down as a win in my books. When I see a news article about Britney that isn't about the drama that Britney and her family are going through, that they choose to air out publicly on social media instead of handling it privately like a family should, I immediately get happy because my bar has been set so low. So my initial reaction to this news, key word is initial. My initial reaction to this news was one of happiness and excitement because at the very least, it looked like a step in the right direction. But don't get me wrong. I don't feel like Britney has to make new music or do performances to prove to the world that she is free and that she is okay mentally. I don't feel that way at all. In fact, I kind of feel like the opposite. But regardless, this looked like more of a step in the right direction as opposed to whatever the hell she's been doing for the last 6 months on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? So when I saw this, I was like, okay, cool. But then I had to step back and really think about it. And not enough people in today's society take a step back and actually put thoughts into things. People give their initial reaction, but they don't think about things deeper than the surface. So when I really stepped back and I started thinking about it, I was thinking, is this really the huge comeback that Britney Spears deserves? Britney Spears may have not been as relevant over the past few years, but Britney Spears is one of the biggest, artists of our generation, of our lifetime. Britney's huge comeback could have stopped the world from turning for just a millisecond. Everyone would have been talking about it. But instead, Britney's huge comeback is her covering a song that came out over 50 years ago. Don't get me wrong. Elton John is one of the most talented artists of our lifetime. I think he's great. Tiny Dancer is an amazing song, a timeless classic, one of the best songs probably ever created. Let's be honest. Tiny Dancer is an amazing song. However, Britney's huge comeback is going to be her covering Tiny Dancer, a song that came out in the 70s. I don't feel like this is going to have the impact that Britney's big comeback should be. If I was Britney's manager, if I was on Britney's team, Britney's comeback would be centered around her, not someone else. It wouldn't be like, oh, we're going to shove Britney on a track that came out in 1971. No, Britney would have new original music, a new album, a new single. Her comeback would mean something. It would be huge for real. It wouldn't be just, this half-assed effort of, oh, we're just going to put some Britney vocals on an old track. We're going to bring Britney into the studio, give her a voice synthesizer and some auto-tune, and let her lay some vocals over Elton John's already previously existing vocals. It's extremely, extremely low effort. No thought and no effort had to be put into this. No one had to write any new music. Britney didn't have to write any new music. Britney doesn't have to learn any new lyrics. None of that. She doesn't have to learn any new dance moves. Nothing. Everyone already knows the lyrics to Tiny Dancer. They call Britney up, hey, come on, we're going to record this real quick. Maybe this will shut up the fans. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying it feels this way. It's like, oh man, the fans are going crazy. They're noticing something's wrong. Hurry, let's give them this cover song of a song that came out in the 1970s. And don't get me wrong, maybe I'll be wrong here. I hope I'm wrong. I am on record right now saying I hope I'm wrong. But I don't see this being the big smash hit that's going to stop the world and, rule the airwaves. This seems to me like elevator music. You're going to be listening to Britney Spears' Tiny Dancer over the intercom at JCPenney's while you shop for plaid pajamas for your significant other. This isn't going to have the cultural impact that it could have. And whoever made this decision is extremely out of touch with, the modern landscape of the music industry. Don't get me wrong. I know Britney's fans, a lot of them are older, and a lot of them will appreciate this. And, let's be honest here. The extreme Britney fans, they're going to act like this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. No, not really. Like I said, this is extremely, extremely low effort. And I feel like Britney's big comeback should have been something way better than this. This takes the sting out of it, if you ask me. We're literally hearing her cover a song that came out in 1971. You could hear people cover Elton John songs on YouTube for free every single day. Now, I mentioned earlier in this video that the Free Britney movement is contradicting themselves once again, as always. And they are, because you see, as long as I've been looking into this situation, the narrative that the Free Britney movement have been trying to spread is that Britney doesn't want to do music. So when you question, like, why is Britney acting so weird on Instagram? Why aren't we getting new music? Why isn't there a new album? Free Britney fans would go absolutely crazy and insane on you. Britney doesn't want to make new music. Britney wants to live her life. Britney doesn't want to do this. Britney doesn't want to do that. Britney doesn't have to perform anymore. Britney doesn't have to make new music because she doesn't want to. And to be fair, to their credit, they're actually right. In 2021, Britney Spears said that she wanted to retire from making music. Several times before the conservatorship ended and after the conservatorship ended, Britney Spears mentioned that she wanted to take breaks away from making music and possibly maybe never even make music again. In fact, a couple of months ago, while Britney Spears was faking her pregnancy a couple of months ago, like I said, that's my opinion, she claimed that she wanted to take 10 years off of music. That was 2 months ago. And now all of a sudden we got a new Elton John track. And now the Free Britney movement is acting like this is evidence to show that Britney's free. How does that make sense? The Free Britney movement this entire time, while Britney has been losing her mind on Instagram, they have been saying, oh, it's because Britney doesn't want to do what you want her to do. Britney doesn't want to make new music. That's all they've been saying this entire time. When you question Britney's mental health, when you question why she isn't doing anything productive with her life, they always say that, right? Oh, she doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to do that, right? But now they're trying to act like this is evidence, that this Elton John song is evidence that Britney Spears is free. Look, everyone, Britney Spears was releasing a cover song with Elton John. She's obviously free. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Free Britney movement started, the narrative was that Britney was being forced to do things that she didn't want to do, that she was performing when she didn't want to perform, that she was like a slave to the music industry. She had to make music. She had to do, the Vegas performances and what have you, even though she didn't want to do it. So the whole time she was in a conservatorship, she was making music and doing performances. So if you're saying that, oh, look, Britney Spears has a song with Elton John, this is proof she's free, you're totally asinine. You're an asshat, because that is not true. That's like, hey, Britney Spears had a Vegas residency. She's obviously free, everyone. Nothing to see here. So this song is evidence that Britney's free. But all of the songs that she released under her conservatorship, all of the performances she did under her conservatorship, that didn't prove that she was free. Which one is it going to be? Stop contradicting yourselves. You all make zero to no sense. And I guess that's the same thing, honestly. But yeah, y'all make zero sense. This whole time it's, oh, Britney doesn't want to do this. Britney doesn't want to record. Britney doesn't want to make music. Britney doesn't want to perform. And now the moment that the news drops that, oh, Britney's got a new song coming out, it's, oh, I told you so, guys. Look, Britney's totally free. Britney has a new song. You all are conspiracy theorists. You all are stupid for thinking something's wrong. As if Britney releasing a song with Elton John is evidence that she's free. And then let's take one step back. Let's take a step back even further. Britney Spears was supposedly recording this song sometime last week, right? Well, while she was supposedly recording this song with Elton John, there was someone, maybe it was Britney, maybe it was someone else, releasing naked photos of Britney on Instagram. So while Britney was supposedly in the studio, someone was releasing naked pictures of Britney that were taken, I believe, in either a hotel or a wellness center. Okay? So how does that prove she's free? Oh, Britney's in the studio recording music. She's totally free. Yet on her Instagram profile, Britney Spears says nothing about recording music. Instead, she's acting like she's places that she's not while taking nude photos laying on a hotel room bed. Now, I am seeing some of the stuff that's out there. Yes, there was I don't necessarily want to call them rumors, but there was news twirling around back in 2015 that Britney was working on a song with Elton John. Some people believe that this Tiny Dancer remix was something Britney recorded like 7 years ago, and they're just now releasing it. Like they sat on it for the perfect time, and they decided, you know what? Lou Taylor has a court date this week. Let's release the big news that Britney's making a comeback with the Tiny Dancer song. This is going to be a smash hit. A smash hit. A cover song for a song that came out in 1971, if my dates are correct. Yeah, okay. So it's odd, for one, that this news drops right now, right as all of our focus should be somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? You catch my drift? But what's even odder is how the Free Britney movement is so quick. They're so quick to contradict themselves. They're like a blade of tall grass in the wind. You know, they just sway side to side. Their opinions and their stance on the matter will shift, you know, according to what Britney's doing. So these same people who are like, Britney's being controlled, Britney's being forced to make music, Britney doesn't want to make music anymore, are now like, look everyone, Britney's free, she's making music. They never really cared about this woman's mental health. In fact, let's take another step back. Let's take another step back even further. Judging by what's going on Britney's Instagram account, it really makes me feel kind of dirty and icky knowing that, hey, they may have this woman in the studio making music. Okay? Just because you go and you sing in a studio doesn't mean you're totally okay. It doesn't mean you're sane. Crazy people make music all the time. R. Kelly was recording smash hits while peeing on 13-year-old girls. So no, Britney recording the song doesn't mean anything. But if you look at Britney's activities on Instagram, you can obviously tell, if you're not a huge Britney fan that's blinded, you can obviously tell there's something wrong with her. So knowing that she just supposedly recorded a new song, it's like clearly she's being taken advantage of. Britney, in the mental state that she is in now, or the way it looks like she's in, the mental state that it appears she's in, has no business being taken advantage of and being made to record new songs for anyone. I've never been in this hoping like, oh, we need new Britney music. I need to see Britney perform again. That's never been the point. My point has always been the same. Unlike a lot of these people in the Free Britney movement, my stance is really solid. My stance is solid. I don't sway with the wind. I don't go on whatever side the public opinion is on now. I'm firm in my stance, okay? So seeing how crazy she's been acting on Instagram and knowing that supposedly they got her out here making music, I can't help but feel like she's being taken advantage of. You know? They need to start making more money. They need the money to start rolling back in. Regardless of what people think, Britney isn't as rich as you think she is. Someone in my comment section the other day, they were under the impression that Britney Spears was worth like $800 million. Not even close. Her net worth is supposedly around 60 or 70 million. I have no idea how much money this woman makes. What I do know is when the conservatorship started, Britney was down to like her last couple of $1 million. And that may seem like a lot to you all. But when you live the lifestyle that Britney lives, that's chump change. That's like your monthly expenses. So Britney was down to her very last before the conservatorship started. And over the course of the conservatorship, her money, you know, was built up. Now, of course, people took advantage of that and they were taking some money and they were taking some money. I'm not saying any of that is right. I'm just saying that, judging by my watch, it's about time that Britney brings some more money in because she can't live this lavish lifestyle, flying private jets and going on vacation without having any income coming in. This woman just bought a new house that cost over $10 million, correct? So this whole situation is really iffy, but it's extremely telling how the Free Britney movement is reacting to it. The same people who stressed for months that, oh my God, how dare you want new music from Britney? They literally would act like you're a bad person if you wanted something from Britney other than her posing naked and twirling around in circles. How dare you want anything from Britney? Do you know what Britney's been through for 13 years? No, Britney doesn't need to record. Britney needs to focus on herself and do what she wants and live her life. And then it's like, oh, Britney's got new music. Hey, everyone, see, I told you. Britney's totally free. How? I mean, really. I'm sorry, this is so stupid if you ask me. Really don't have to put any thought into it. How does this prove Britney's free? How can someone say, hey, look, Britney's got a song coming out, she's totally free, when she had songs coming out during the conservatorship? If anything, Britney was doing more work during the conservatorship than since she's been free. Since she's been free, she hasn't done anything. During the conservatorship, she was on TV shows, she was judging on TV shows, she was making music, she was doing live performances, what have you. She was working her ass off. As soon as the conservatorship ended, there was nothing from Britney. And now all of a sudden, oh, this song is supposed to prove that she's free. If anything, if you really look at this situation using the Free Britney movement's logic, this song proves otherwise. Okay? I'm not saying that this song proves that Britney isn't free, but I'm saying if you use the Free Britney movement's logic, this song is further evidence that she's not free, correct? Because Britney has been saying for months and for years that she didn't want to make music, that she wanted to take time off. And the Free Britney movement have been stressing that for so long. And then the moment that the news comes, oh, it's a new song, it's, yes, queen, this is so amazing. See, everyone, I told you Britney isn't crazy. Never mind all of the weird activity that's on Instagram. None of that matters. None of her mental health issues matter because there's a new song. And that's what all of this was about to begin with. These people do not care about Britney or her well-being. They only care about yes queening her. They only care about the new music. Why are you excited about new music when you can obviously tell this woman's going through it? This woman's online just yesterday ranting about her problems with her mother. 3 or 4 days ago, she was naked on a hotel room bed while y'all were saying that she was supposedly recording a new song with Elton John. None of it makes sense. And the Free Britney movement, not everyone in the Free Britney movement, I want to make that clear. A lot of the people in the Free Britney movement are totally awesome. I talk to some of you all on a daily basis. Y'all are great. There's just a certain portion of delusional fans that are extremely toxic, if you ask me. And it's weird because the people who are concerned about Britney are the ones being labeled as toxic, while the yes queeners who ignore all of her mental health issues are the ones that are acting like they are holier than thou. The same people who stressed to you and yelled at you and cussed you out because you wanted new songs from Britney are now, yes, queen, it's a new song. See, I told you, everyone, she's not crazy. Britney's not crazy. She recorded a song with Elton John. She's not crazy. There's nothing to see here. Go ahead and all of that weird stuff that's on Instagram, the obvious cries for help, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about Britney's well-being. Don't worry if Britney's free. Don't worry if these people are taking advantage of Britney. Don't worry about any of that because guess what? We got a new Britney song to listen to. And it's going to be amazing, even though it's a 50-year-old song. None of it makes sense. I will call it out every step of the way. These people totally contradict themselves every single day. And this isn't the only time they contradicted themselves. In fact, at this point, not to begin with, but at this point, a lot of the Free Britney movement is nothing more than a walking and talking contradiction. I'm going to have to record a whole video on that. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But sometime in the near future, I will lay out how the whole Free Britney movement, at least now, it's a total walking and talking contradiction of itself. Of itself. So the same people who are saying that, oh, this new song proves that she is free, were the same people who were telling you that, oh, she wasn't free because she was forced to make music. And she was forced to do this. And she was forced to do that. The same people who are like, Britney doesn't need to make new music. Britney said that she doesn't want to do this. Britney's living her life. Are now like, look, everyone, it's new Britney song. She's free, everyone, she's free. God. There's literally zero effort and thought put into any of this. There was zero effort and thought put into this comeback of Britney's, and there's zero effort and thought put into how the Free Britney movement feels about this big comeback. This is not a big comeback. This is almost, in my opinion, it's like, oh, they notice there's something going on here. Let's give them, a crumb. Let's give them a little crumb. And you know what? This song could have possibly been recorded in 2015. I'm not saying that's for sure. I'm just saying that's a possibility. Who knows? None of us know. We were not in the studio with Britney. All I know is what I see. And from what I see, while Britney was supposedly in the studio making the song, there was someone, maybe Britney herself, posting these naked photos from a wellness center. But let me know your thoughts. I can go off all day on this. I really can, but I'm just going to have to make separate videos because there's so much stuff I could point out because there's so many contradictions here and it's extremely easy to point out. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. How do you feel about the Free Britney movement right now? Or these people who are trying to act like this is evidence that she's free? Do you feel like it's okay to ignore all of the red flags simply because this woman has a cover song coming out of a song that came out in 1971? Do you all really think that that's a sign that she's free? Do you think this is a step in the right direction? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Your thoughts and your opinions don't have to align with mine. I'm an open-minded person. I'm always open to other point of views. But let me know how you feel down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.